Welcome into a brand new episode of the Players Lounge. I'm Hali Oughton, and today we're excited to be joined by Cincinnati defensive tackle Cortez Broughton. Cortez, great to have you here in our studio via Skype. It's been almost a decade since your program has gotten off to this 6-0 start. How is your team handling this success in the locker room?
The biggest thing is not trying to be complacent. Obviously, every day we come out and work harder, but we work harder than everyone. So that's the biggest thing Coach Fickell emphasizes, just keep working, and pay off. That's one of the biggest things.
Now, you're a 4-year starter. Why has your head coach, Luke Fickell, been able to ignite a spark in this year's team?
Like he always says, and it's one of the biggest things, he always says culture. And, I mean, first time he came in here saying culture, I'm like, here we go, another rah-rah guy saying culture. But it's really paying off. And I mean, little things from starting from attention training to where we are now. All the small details, the weird things we do outside of football as a team. I mean, taking trips to places that most people wouldn't even want to go. So, and just little things like that really brings together that camaraderie and just making us together as a team and bringing out that passion for the game. So,
what would you say is the biggest difference of where this team is at this year compared to this time last year?
Biggest difference, we trust each other. And I mean, you want to play for somebody you trust, somebody you love. And like I said, the things outside of football that we do and the character building things that we do as a team is just magnificent. And it's unmatched, I believe. So the things that we do just really bring each other together and make you want to play for the guy next to you. So.
Your defense is leading the conference, only giving up an average of about 270 yards per game. Why is your unit working well together collectively?
Coach Freeman might say that's a little bit too many yards, but just like I say, trusting each other, but at the same time, the way we practice is really different. The way we practice from the past till now it's changed so much. 100% every single play, getting back to the ball. As soon as the ball is placed down, we're running back to the ball. Just having that conditioning in us, instead of getting times of despair. We're not traumatized. We just go to the next play. So.
I know you're the leader of the defensive unit, but you get a different perspective. You get to see your offense in practice every day. So maybe you can give us some insight to the success that's been going on there. Let's start off with your quarterback, Desmond Ridder. He gets thrown into the game at UCLA. He's obviously a freshman. What makes him such a challenge for teams to prepare for?
Obviously, he's a dual threat. I mean, most people can see that. He's smart. And the thing about him is he has that attitude that he can't be beat. And that's the thing you got to have as a quarterback. I talk to him all the time. I was actually talking to him yesterday during practice and just his mentality. And I knew before even the season started, I just told him, be ready. So if something happens, just be ready. And he was definitely ready. So.
Michael Warren II has been tearing it up on the ground this year. Why has he been able to excel so far in his sophomore season?
Michael Warren is just a different animal. Like Kobe Bryant, different animal in the same beast. That's Michael Warren. I was just actually working out with him 15 minutes ago. Just the way he works out, his mentality. It's just when he steps on the field, it's a good sight to see.
For fans that haven't experienced game day in Nippert, how would you describe it?
Oh, thrilling. You really can't even describe it in words. You just have to be there, especially on a 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock game at night in Nippert. Probably one of the loudest places I've ever been. I matched to Ohio State because I played in Ohio State in the 2014 season. And being in Nippert is just as loud. And it's kind of crazy, you think. I mean, 46,000 compared to 110,000. And just to think that in that bowl in Nippert is just unmatched. So.
In your final season at Cincinnati, how are the emotions different on game day as you put on this uniform for what is going to be some of the last times?
Emotional. It's emotional. And I know it's going to hit towards the end of the season, especially senior night. But I try to thank God every game and just be grateful for the opportunity I've been given. Because a lot of teams or a lot of players have this opportunity that you see when our captains went down, and I'm trying to play for him also because it's dramatic, to be honest. We fight for our brothers. So.
I'm sure the goals haven't stopped here at being 6-0, but as a senior, how excited are you to be bowl eligible at this point in the year?
Well, I was bowl eligible 2014, 2015, and 16 and 17. It's just, it hurt not being just sitting at home watching TV. So I don't even like to watch TV. So I like to watch college football games and just being in that atmosphere. But it feels good. But like I said, just not get complacent, because that's the biggest thing. We're worried about a bowl game. If you're worried about a bowl game, it's you already set your goal. Your goal is done. But our goal is much bigger. So.
As your team gets ready for its next game on the road at Temple, how is your team using this bye week to hopefully get to 7-0?
Obviously we're preparing a little bit earlier, and this bye week came in the perfect time. So let our guys get our bodies back and stuff like that, taking care of the training room. One of the biggest things that a lot of people don't look at, and as long as you're more durable than others, I mean, you work harder than others, and obviously you're going to come out on top. And just like you said, preparing for Temple. We know they're a great team, and just coming out and playing our best ball.
Okay, now we get to the fun part of the show. We have a couple of questions from our fans at home, and the first one comes to us from diehard Bearcat fan Phyllis. Phyllis wants to know, what your top 5 moments have been at Cincinnati as a student athlete, but for the sake of time, why don't you give us your top moment so far being a student athlete at Cincinnati?
Oh.
Phyllis hitting you hard here with the good questions.
Top moment. You know, I'm going to take it back when I was a freshman, our conference championship in 2014, and just I played a little bit of the season and ended up getting hurt. That was one of the biggest things, just to see the team as a whole just so passionate about others. I mean, even if you're not playing, and I remember as freshmen, we ran out on the field, and just, I mean, that feeling that you had inside is unmatched. Like I say, as playing in Nippert, but and we were obviously in the Bengal Stadium during that time, but it was something special. That's what I want to leave with. So.
Phyllis has actually inspired me to ask another question, but you mentioned being a freshman, and here you are a senior now. What would you say to your freshman self today?
Trust the coaches, trust the people. You know, I feel like Cincinnati's quite a bit different place, because I mean, you have so many loving and caring people around you. So interact with people. And me, I love to talk, as you can see, but just be a people person and try to go out your way. Even if you don't want to, go out your way and speak to people. Always have a smile on your face, because you don't know what somebody could be going through. If you're smiling, you make them smile. You make them think about brighter days. So
that's some good advice right there. All right, last question comes actually from your campus. The Cincinnati SAC has tweeted at us, and this might be the hardest question that you've gotten on this whole segment. So if you had to delete all of the apps on your phone except for 3, which apps would you keep?
I would keep my Bible app.
You only got 2 left.
I'm not a big social media person, so you know, I post them every now and then. What else do I have on my phone? That's what I'm trying to think.
Cincinnati SAC has stumped you.
Let's do Instagram. I'll do Instagram, just to interact with people. And then the last one would be
weather.
Yeah, weather. Got to see what it looks like.
All right, your Bible app, Instagram, and weather. I like it. That's a unique 3 selections there. Well, Cortez, thank you so much for joining us in the Players Lounge. We wish you best of luck on the road next week at Temple and the rest of the season ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much.